The information you're about to hear is not designed to be medical advice. It is research promoting water-soluble, naturally ionized, angstrom-sized minerals and many other nutrients and their ability to allow the body to heal itself. If you need medical advice, please seek out a medical practitioner. Be blessed. Hi, the subject on this audio clip is going to be on that of anemia, a blood disorder. And of course, an anemic reaction, low energy, all kind of grievous effects of that. And it seems to plague our society quite a bit. And I think a lot of this is from a simple lack of understanding as to what all can cause an anemic type reaction. And of course, anemia is more frequent with our younger ladies who have and who are experiencing their menstrual cycles because of the loss of blood. Anemia is not as common in our male population, and anemia you will find to be less in areas where the dirt, the clay, the soil is red in color. And the reason is there is a lot of iron in that soil, and that's what causes the red color, the oxidation of that iron. And so if you eat fruits and vegetables grown in that type soil, you actually get a more decent supply of iron than you would if you lived in an area where you do not have those red clay type soils. So more of a grievous event for the younger ladies on the menstrual cycle, not so much an event for the men, but sometimes obviously they can be anemic too. But more times than not, it's not an iron problem with the men as it is a vitamin C, a copper, or a zinc problem. In other words, whenever you go to an allopathic type doctor and they have diagnosed you with anemia or being anemic, they will traditionally tell you that it is an iron deficiency, and it could be. And of course, we obviously have iron products to provide you on that front, but it doesn't have to be. There's a chain dependency. Each vitamin and mineral depends on another vitamin and mineral, or both. And in this case, iron very much depends on vitamin C for proper oxidation in the body. Vitamin C very much depends on copper to be metabolized and used in the body properly. And copper depends very much and works with zinc. So you could be anemic from a zinc deficiency, a copper deficiency, a vitamin C deficiency, and or an iron deficiency. Obviously, being anemic, you probably have several things going on, and you want to get your nutrition up on every front as best you can. And of course, in this case, I would highly recommend a complete balanced product, our body balance kit, and all the incredible amount of minerals and vitamins that it has in it to get your situation started nutritionally. If it's a serious case of anemia, obviously some iron, the water-soluble, naturally ionized, angstrom-sized iron, good product. It's a liquid product, and in cases that are not so severe, a teaspoon a day would be plenty. In other cases that are more severe, a teaspoon twice a day may be needed, but I truly don't think you would need much more than that. A little extra copper, no more than about a teaspoon a day extra copper. Of course, we're talking over and above what's in the body balance product. And when you take extra copper, you obviously need extra zinc. And if you're taking a teaspoon a day of copper, you need an extra 1 ounce a day of zinc. So all these things make up the chain dependency on the mineral front. There's some other things that you can do to help bring the body back into a healthy balance on the red blood count and the white blood count, the anemic situation, and that is taking extra vitamin C, a little extra selenium wouldn't hurt, no more than about a tablespoon a day, and some extra vitamin E, about 800 IUs a day extra of vitamin E. Now, keep in mind while you're doing all this that if you're taking iron, and some bodies are more sensitive than others, you may have a condition of constipation. So to avoid that, I highly also recommend taking olive oil, cold pressed olive oil, a tablespoon a couple of times a day, especially if you're taking the iron supplement. Now, guys, if this doesn't correct, the anemic situation fairly quickly, then you may want to consider that there's some things going on inside of you that are making you tired and irritable and not able to go and do. And it may not be necessarily anemic, but it may be a combination of. And that's why I want to highly recommend the Complete Cleanse Kit in this case, because if you haven't gone through the body cleanses yet, you may be not giving your body every chance it needs to start the healing process, because it's having to deal with all the toxins first, and therefore also that's decreasing your energy level that you may have had if your body was cleaned up on the inside. So I'm going to recap just for a moment on the products that I talked about here for the anemic situations. The Body Balance product is the first and obvious. Of course, we talked about extra iron, 1 teaspoon a day, water soluble, naturally ionized. We talked about a teaspoon of copper a day. We talked about an ounce of zinc to balance the copper. We talked about extra vitamin A, 10, 20, 30,000 IUs a day based on how large the body size. We talked about extra vitamin C, 3 or 4,000 milligrams a day. Extra vitamin E, starting low and building up to 8 to 1,200 IUs a day. Also, something I didn't mention was liquid chlorophyll, which can really give a boost to the body when it comes to creating new blood quickly. Taking a couple of ounces of liquid chlorophyll a day, you can get that from your local health food store, can be very, very beneficial. And I think you'll see that the body has the potential to grow blood very, very quickly. Now, guys, that's about it on our anemia. I appreciate you attending. I look forward to talking to you on another audio clip. Until then, be blessed.